Hello and welcome back to Slay the Princess. This is episode 14. Last time we had an interesting experience with a dragon and a princess, or a princess and a dragon. That was pretty wild. So we are still missing 3 of the chapter 3 versions. And we've kind of failed to try to do this, I guess. Everything about this description to me screams that we need to be fighting with the adversary somehow. But then we need more space. And we cannot stay in that cave forever. I've tried to find a branch off of the stranger. At this point, I'm pretty sure that does not even exist. The question is, where does this branch off of? Why is the cage mentioning a vicious cycle? Why does this mention a vicious cycle? Is that just a generic reference to everything? Is that a hint as to what we're supposed to be doing? I don't know. Considering that we have already visited a couple of these options here, I want to go talk to the damsel and see if we can just slay her in cold blood in chapter 2? Maybe then her spirit will linger and the smitten will kill us anyway? Just like he did in chapter... Wait. No, wait. When did the smitten force us to commit suicide? Was it at the end of this? To reach that? Ha. Yeah, I think if you just free the princess, and then in chapter 2 free the damsel, and then the smitten is trying to convince her that he really is infatuated with her or something, and then he commits suicide, and that's how you get there, I guess. But what if we kill the damsel? I don't think the smitten can let that stand, right? And then maybe we get to see the spirit of the damsel in chapter 3? Does that make sense? It is something to try. Let's continue.
You're on a path.
Okay, what are you talking about? Silently continue to the cabin. Proceed into the cabin. So, we want to talk to the damsel. We do not take the blade. I'm here to save you. Examine the chains. I'm going upstairs. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Save the princess.
Fine.
Approach the locked door. Warn her. Resist.
The blade. Move.
Hello, damsel. But I died. What am I doing here? Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are...
We've heard all of this, right? Proceed to the cabin. Okay. So, now we take the blade. Also, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. But we need to look into the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You walk.
Okay, now take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Right?
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Oh, but we've heard that before. Interesting.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Okay. Just slay the princess. Yeah. Let's first say it was extremely unfair what the narrator did, right?
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay, can we slay the princess now?
Blade in hand, you run the princess down.
Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing?
But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry, not you!
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick.
Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived, and you merely feel sick? I, for one, am absolutely distraught, grief-stricken, inconsolable.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Get over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Stab.
The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I say no. If that's what you want to do, let's see what happens. Remain silent. Let's see what happens.
What? No, let's not do that.
You won't use your fancy reverse psychotherapeutics on me, murderer. We're dying together right now.
Together.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I don't believe this.
What? What don't you believe?
You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Exactly as predicted.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Everything goes dark and we die. Chapter 3, The Grey.
You're on a path in the woods.
You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Holy crap.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice. It was unpleasant. It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
What?
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too. Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Of course. We haven't talked enough how different this place is. It wasn't this It wasn't different last time.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Wait. But if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Influence doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Oh man, it's so wild that all of this is performed by the same voice actor. This is insane, man. What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens.
Again he makes her out to be a monster. I'm tired of all this slander. She's never hurt anyone in her life except for us, and that was our fault.
We don't know that. She could have done all sorts of things we weren't around to see. Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
What is the same thing again? Go to her and kill herself? I'm the one in charge here, and if we slay her again, you're not going to make us kill ourselves. Is that clear?
Oh, it's clear, you murderer. Though I should remind you that you're not as in charge as you seem to think you are. I'm sure his outburst last time was just a fluke.
Sure.
I wouldn't worry about it. Besides, if he kills us again, he kills us again. It doesn't matter. He'll tire out eventually. The flame of passion always burns out in the end.
Spoken like a true cynic.
Hold on a moment, but we did get a chapter 4 at some point, right? How did we reach a chapter 4? I truly do not recall.
Enough bickering. Just stay focused and get to the cabin.
Proceed to the cabin. I'm not turning around and leaving.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it.
We need that dagger.
I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens. Are you even alive?
What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
She's a ghost.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
You mean mirror?
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again.
Ah, yes, the mirror. So we can see the monster we've become. If it even lets us look before it vanishes too.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself with it. Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
There is no door.
As if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things right. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
Wipe the mirror clean.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
You've unraveled. Oh, wait a second. That's not here. That's later.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us. No way left to go but down.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love! She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Were we even able to talk to her? Sorry about last time. Are we good? Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. I think we have a lot to talk about.
You receive no response.
Obviously.
Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. Of course she's livid, and with good reason. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Proceed down to the stairs.
As you descend the final step, the form
Oh.
of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Of course.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. Thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
What?
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
Yeah, she wants to burn us, right?
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
There we go.
That angelic voice, I missed you too, my beloved. You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire. She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
What? Why did you close the door? Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? I'm going to burn. Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry. Rush for the blade. Rush for the door. Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? Which means we burn?
Dying apart kept us apart. Dying together will keep us together.
Interesting logic?
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us. Yeah, in a bad way. She just has a unique way of expressing things. The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel. Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do, and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now.
Interesting. This once again feels like the situation in the belly of the beast, literally, where the acid is slowly dissolving our body, and we've never actually tried letting the acid dissolve our body, right? We should try that. And similarly with the witch, when you like flee and the roots of the wild start crushing you. So what happens when we burn here?
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Why did you close the door?
Because I want to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
Everything goes dark, and you die?
See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad. But somehow, the nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away. Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin. It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
Together. Oh, wow. But despite your best efforts, you do not die. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror.
Yeah, it's fine. It's going to be okay.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't need to comfort them.
It's going to be okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Approach the mirror, it's fine, it's fine. So we have unraveled, right? Hello there, you are at the cabin, approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Why is she in a bride's dress now? Do you think there are people out there? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Right.
I will.
Ah! Bring the burnt grey to her. Okay. Interesting. Memories. The grey, feelings buried like knives in hearts. Interesting, this one changes a lot when you hover over it, just like that one. But hold on, it said bring the burnt grey to her. Is there a different version of the grey? Interesting. So, what do we do now? Do we go visit the beast, try to get dissolved in acid, or do we go to the witch and try to see if this is a branch off of the witch, maybe? Because you see, the spectre is the first proof that two branches can go from one chapter 2, right? And we just saw the same thing with the damsel as well. So we have seen something branching of the witch so far, but maybe there's a different branch of the witch. Or maybe this is alternative branch off of the prisoner. A vicious cycle framed in chain. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is put your heart on the line. What? Go to the prisoner and commit suicide without her beheading herself? What? How? I don't see. Let's go to the beast and do this dissolving in acid thing. I'm too curious about that. It's definitely a thing we can try. We haven't seen it before. So what are you talking about? Oh, okay. Silently continue to the cabin.
She will lie.
The beast appears when you don't take the blade. I'm here to save you.
Wait,
Right. Then you examine the chains. And then you're going to back upstairs. Maybe the keys are lying up there, but actually we're going to go grab the dagger? Hold on. Let me check my notes. Yeah, let's go get the blade. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Now we slay the
Without
princess.
hesitation, ring.
Wait. Slay the princess again?
Though your nerves are seized.
Oh, and now... Now we give up? I think we give up. The beast. Okay, there we go. She's going to kill me again. Proceed to the cabin. Proceed into the cabin. Okay, so. Mirror on the wall?
That's because there isn't a mirror.
But we need to see how handsome we are. Approach the mirror, wipe the mirror clean. Okay. So the plan is to get devoured by the beast and then dissolved into acid? Right? That's the plan. Do we need the blade for that? I don't think so. Enter the basement without the blade? Take the blade, more options.
Take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Right, so we don't move now, because when we move now, we have the chance of reaching the den, which is in the lost episode. We don't have to kill each other, you know that, right? She's in chains again, we're fine.
We're not. Move.
I can see right through you. Right, but do we just stand still?
There's a
I don't
shift
know.
in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Unfortunately for you, no, this isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive.
Whoa, tear through her before we are her. Huh.
Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
Dig with the steel claw? Slay yourself? Wait. Interesting. But when we ourselves die, chapter 2, we get to chapter 3, right? Because the weird thing is, last time we didn't get dissolved in acid, we were spit out eventually because we like picked an option that revealed that our wish is to escape or something. I have my steel claw. I could use it to hurt you. Dig with a steel claw. You can leave, just let me go. No, so admitting that we want to leave is kind of what we effectively did at some point, but it was like hidden in an explore option. It was kind of weird. Spit me out or I kill myself and nobody gets to leave. What happens when we slay ourselves here? Is that like getting dissolved in acid? Is that the same thing? You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Can you talk to the cabin? What happens if I dig with a steel claw?
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Spit me out or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. Yeah, we picked just because I want freedom doesn't mean I want to give you yours. Can you talk to the cabin? No, let's try to dig with the steel claw. Can we get out of this? Without giving her permission to leave? Will she still kill us? How does that work?
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart.
Oh, we can slay the princess now?
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Right, we have the option to slay the princess now, which is interesting. But I guess slaying the princess now just delivers the beast to the shifting mound? I don't want to do that. I can... we've already seen that basically, right? Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Which is it, chapter 3? Wait, this also leads to the wild?
We
What?
are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
We got to the wild via the witch? Wow, so you're telling me there's ways to reach the same thing from different... Oh, is that why you're changing your appearance here? Interesting.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
Oh, but I think we still have a choice here, right? Because we have sided with the princess when we were here. What happens if we now side with the narrator?
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
And your monster didn't you eat me, so we're trying to side with the narrator, right? So this thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Okay. So this time we definitely want to side with the narrator. How do I stop her?
You can start by remembering that you exist, and not as some part of a Gestalt entity formed with the princess. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now?
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Is it the terror in your hearts?
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A
Wow.
cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Holy
The
crap.
cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
What?
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
What is this?
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
We're
Holy
just
crap.
like her. And she's just like us. We never should have left her. I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both leave.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Cut her free or slay the princess? I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us, cut her free. Or slay the princess. Holy cow. But none of that sounds like it's going to lead to yet another chapter, but this is pretty insane. Got her free?
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
What?
And that other thing is... You'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I think we are happy, actually. We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same. Almost.
Wow.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
Holy crap. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's fine. It's
It
fine.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
That thing reeks of death.
I don't want to look at us.
It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice. A mercy.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze. Then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Right. So, do we have any questions for him? I don't think so, right?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid...
We've had all of this. I'm fairly certain we went through all of this dialogue. Destroy the mirror. Right, proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So what if we try to find another way? This can't just come down to either me destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Right, so we get to talk to each of the vessels again.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
So, do we have to find the correct dialogue choice now here? Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle? I couldn't bring myself to hurt you then, but maybe I should have. What if we just mean to her here?
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Address this vessel's statement directly. I'm okay lingering. I don't want to linger. I deserve what you did to me? No. And without me, all that's left to do is linger. I'm okay with lingering. So let's just be really, really against her.
To linger too long is to become worse than when you started. Would you rob yourself of all context to remain trapped in a single moment? What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you. And together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
Appeal this vessel statement directly. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete. I wish I could leave with you now like we did then? No. I miss being so close to you? No. Just because we bound together doesn't mean I can't be whole without you. That was terrible. I never want to be so close to anyone ever again. I never wanted to get pulled into you. I was only trying to save the world. I never wanted to get pulled into you. I just didn't like sharing a body with you. And you rewarded me with more of what I didn't like. Yeah, this feels the most contrarian.
But it's over now. Things change. And they can change again.
I don't know.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Address this vessel statement directly. But what am I if not a body? As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry, Slay the Princess. You are cruelty itself and I cannot let you exist, Slay the Princess. Yeah, I'm very curious about these two versions here, because I'm still curious about seeing how to like slay the princess without additional help. And I'm also very curious about this one here. But last time I tried to, fight the princess without help, I actually got there via this, which is weird. So maybe we try your cruelty itself and I cannot let you exist.
Then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face her alone.
I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
No. I can do this out here on my own? So let's say no, I'm not ready.
Too bad. We're going. Now.
What? Dang it. We're here again.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but
Oh
I guess
my
it's a little
God.
after that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we started with the stranger, so we get a different starting screen.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Is the narrator really gone? Hold on, what are we trying to achieve here? You always were a bit of a contrarian, weren't you? Return to a strange beginning and slay her once and for all. So this is different? Wow. Okay. So we take the blade and now we slay her once and for all. We get a different ending? I'm so
That's probably for the
confused.
best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do. So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time.
Wait, we're talking to the voice of the contrarian?
There's the guy I know.
Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? We're here with the contrarian. It's not just the hero. That's wild. That's interesting. Throw the blade out the window? What?
You actually did it! I know I just told you not to, but I'm proud that you did it anyways. It's like you've finally left the nest. Yeah, just like that it's gone, isn't it? Blade tossed, glass shattered. I guess we'll have to make do without it. There's your third beat. Hey! You're right. Good work. That was really funny.
What? So, what? Okay, the blade is gone, so we cannot actually get a different ending into the basement? What? I'm so lost.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. Let's talk one last time before you kill us, if that's still what you want to do.
Her voice is different.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs?
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
No knife? Even after everything you saw out there, and all the lives we've ended together, and you coming right out and saying you'd rather see us dead. You're second-guessing yourself? We thought we could see everything, but this is outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Sit with them. What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Take their hand in yours? What? It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is we're leaving together. That's what I want. Not knowing is exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this. I've always wanted to live with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through the cabin door as we are, just you and me. What? Explore, take her hand in yours? There's no need for words, leave with her? What's going on? So I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
What? So now the stranger and the contrarian are going off together? What's... Are you two going to be okay then? Thanks for everything. Are you sure you don't want to... Are you sure you don't want to come? Wait, what? Leave with the princess? Wait, we are now the voice of the contrarian? I'm so confused. Are you two going to be okay? Alone?
We're not alone. We have each other.
So we are not speaking as the contrarian.
And I'm sure we'll find the others.
Leave with the princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They are unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet still they are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
What? I mean, we kind of have to say I love you, right?
And we love you too.
I mean, truly that is the good ending, right? Roll the credits. Oh wait, they're already rolling. Okay, so we found yet another thing to do at the end of everything. Wow. Was not quite expecting them to do something so different. But is that due to the fact that the very, very first thing we did was actually meeting the stranger, or rather not meeting the stranger? Because the stranger is different to all the others in the fact that you don't go to the cabin in chapter 1, you just leave, right? And so, when that's the very, very first thing, it means the first time you actually see the princess, it is the stranger. You never see the normal princess. So when then at the end of everything, the voice of the hero takes you back to the beginning, the only true beginning is the stranger, I guess. I mean, that's how I take it. That's why everything is so different. Why else would the stranger be special in that regard? But it's interesting that you can leave with a stranger that way. Huh. The unknown together. Heck yes, save here. So in the memories of the end of everything. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door, something new that we will experience together. Honestly, I'm happy. we also got this. Leave with her at the end of everything. I'm very, very happy. We got like more than 50% of the images here. We're only missing 2 more of these chapter 3 things. No, I think I'm done with the game. This was such a perfect ending. This was such a perfect ending. We have experienced this absolute crazy princess and dragon thing. We've experienced this thing a second time differently, which is also wild. What an experience. I find it somewhat incredible that the developers managed to generate such an incredibly sprawling branching narrative here. And it has such a weird and confusing resetting nature that really takes a while for you to get used to. Because on the one hand, you have this chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 trying to start out every time saying, oh, you're on a path in the woods. Doesn't always work out quite that way, but there's this repetition on that level. While you're still trying to get to one of the vessels. Then there's the next layer of iteration where it properly restarts, getting you to the next vessel, back to chapter 1. But then everything feels like it has restarted, but it has not quite, right? So after delivering 2 vessels, you actually realize, no, actually, the third time I'm doing this, there's like the option to leave is gone, right? You cannot go into the happy ending after 2 vessels were delivered. And so it's not a true reset. And so this confusing, oh, is this a reset? What's happening here? Every choice is different. Everything is voiced. That's completely wild to me. Like, how many voice lines have they recorded? Is 95% of the storage space required by this game actually the voice lines? And the music? Because at this point, the sprites that they use for the visuals, they cannot take up that much space, right? I don't know. This game is truly a marvel to experience. And I'm convinced I've not seen everything yet. Just judging by the achievements on Steam, I don't even have a half of them. Which is insane. So there's so many more things that we haven't done, so many more side paths and like variations of things that probably all have their own voiced lines. We've never really seen us being cornered that far that we couldn't do anything different anymore, right? The game usually tried to show us something new, something interesting, something different. I'm so mesmerized. I'm so mesmerized. Wow. The voice acting is phenomenal, considering that it's just 2 people that did that. They have so many different voices, especially the narrator or the hero. They all start arguing with each other, and you start to get to know them in a way, to the point that when we saw the princess and the dragon, we were almost able to really tell who was talking there without the game telling us. And that's truly an achievement on the side of the voice actors. Wow. Wow, there's really not not much more that I can say that actually can express how much I am in awe. This game is phenomenal. I don't think I can bring myself to recording another playthrough of this actually, so I will not start a new game. This is it. This is the final episode. I think this is a good point to end it. We didn't see everything, but we saw many things and many really, really cool things. And so I truly, truly thank you all for watching. And I do hope that you will join me on another journey sometime.